welcome you all to Kilburn, London, England, and I am hoping you are all doing great. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate the love and support. Thank you. Let us carry on. In a nutshell, Kilburn is an area in northwest London, straddling 3 boroughs: London Borough of Camden, London Borough of Brent, and a small part in City of Westminster. The central spine of Kilburn is along the old Roman route/Webera Road known as Watling Street, today called the A5/Kilburn High Road. Its location puts Kilburn roughly 4 to 5 miles from central London, making it a relatively accessible inner London but not central area. Because Kilburn lies across multiple boroughs and was never an official administrative unit, there are no formal, universally accepted boundaries. What counts as Kilburn can vary depending on source, context, or personal use. Enough of Kilburn. Let us move on to the real news that have brought us to Kilburn. The capture and conviction of the Nigerian criminals is fantastic news. No one deserves to be terrorized ever, and not to mention in their own domain or simply put, in their country. This is great news for all of us, and that is including the law-abiding Nigerians. Here we go. 4 Nigerians who were part of a violent phone robbery gang that terrorized parts of London have been sentenced to a cumulative 55 years in prison by the Kingston Crown Court in the United Kingdom. The Metropolitan Police confirmed the convictions in a statement published on its website just about 2 weeks ago. According to the police report, the Nigerians identified as David Akintola, Ayamide Olarabairo, Alabi Obesa, and David Okwol were key members of the organized gang that targeted electronics and telecommunications shops across the city. Other members of the network include James Adodo, Robert Hills, Nelson Joel, Michael Babwa, Mushtakim Mia, and Laville Blois. Investigators revealed that between September and November 2024, the gang executed 13 coordinated robberies, mostly at EE stores across the UK. The group targeted mostly EE stores, using threats of violence to force staff to open secure stockrooms before making off with high-value mobile phones and other devices. In total, they stole items with a total value of £240,000. The statement read. Detectives said the syndicate's downfall came after forensic and digital evidence tied them to several crime scenes. Officers were able to link suspects to the scenes of the crimes through DNA evidence, as well as call data and vehicle records. They observed the group as they prepared for further offenses, and on November 19, 2024, officers moved in to arrest 4 of the men in the act at an EE shop in Kilburn. Searches at addresses linked to the suspects led to the recovery of stolen devices and further evidence connecting the group to the robberies, the statement added. Following their arrests, all 10 suspects were charged in court, with 8 pleading guilty to conspiracy to rob on January 30, 2025. They were sentenced on Friday, November 7th, after months of trial proceedings. Looking at the mindset and activities of the criminogenic individuals. By the way, I am looking at all nationalities, not just Nigerians. It is somewhat understandable to wonder why crime rates differ from place to place, but framing it as Nigerians are prone to criminal activities is a harmful stereotype, and it's not accurate. It is a few criminogenic Nigerians that are constantly embarrassing the rest of the good Nigerians. In the same way you find British people causing havoc abroad, such as drug-related offenses. One of the most frequently reported issues, especially in countries with strict drug laws like Thailand, UAE, Indonesia, the Philippines. When an immigrant commits crime abroad, it is often highlighted by the host country. We have seen this again and again happen in international scale. The British lines of crime includes possession, trafficking, or importing/exporting illegal substances. Penalties abroad can be much harsher than in the UK, including long prison sentences or even the death penalty in some countries. Criminality is everywhere. Crime is influenced by social, economic, and political conditions, not by people's identity, culture, or genetics. Nigerians, like people everywhere, show a wide range of behaviors. The vast majority are actually law-abiding. Poverty and governance interact with crime in powerful and often self-reinforcing ways. Here's a clear breakdown of how the two shape criminal activity in any society. Weak governance can make crime easier or more attractive. Governance includes institutions like law enforcement, courts, political leadership, and public services. Corruption reduces trust. If police, politicians, or public officials are corrupt, people may not trust the justice system. Criminals may feel protected or able to buy their way out. and you will find that citizens are less likely to report crimes. Also, slow or unreliable justice systems can hinder progress. If court cases take years, or the outcome is unpredictable, deterrence is weakened. Crime becomes a low-risk, high-reward activity. Another factor is poor policing. When police lack resources, training, or community trust, crimes go unsolved. Criminal networks grow. Communities may resort to vigilante justice. 3. Poor governance and poverty reinforce each other. This creates a vicious cycle. Poverty increases crime. Crime reduces investment and job opportunities. Lower economic growth deepens poverty. Weak governance fails to break the cycle. For example, high crime discourages businesses from investing. Low investment means fewer jobs. Fewer jobs keep people poor. Poor people may commit more crimes. Good governance can break the cycle. Countries that reduce crime typically strengthen the following: transparent leadership, anti-corruption systems, efficient courts, professional police forces, economic opportunities. When people trust institutions and see real pathways to success, crime drops. So, countries like Nigeria would be better off concentrating in reducing youth unemployment, reduce urban inequality, help the institutions struggling to beat corruption, bring police and the criminal justice system up to date, and above all make sure that they are not under-resourced. Right now crime is thriving in Nigeria because positive eradication of corruption and colonial mentality has its roots firmly ingrained in all institutions. I say it again, until good governance is operational and fully implemented, crime will continue to grow, not because people are prone to crime, but because structures fail to provide stability, opportunity, and justice. Several structural factors can increase crime rates anywhere in the world. For instance, economic hardship and unemployment. I would like to reiterate that high youth unemployment can push some individuals toward illicit activities. This is true globally, not specific to Nigeria. Corruption, slow justice systems, or under-resourced law enforcement can create environments where crime is harder to prevent or prosecute. Larger populations and dense cities naturally experience more reported crime because of scale, not because citizens are prone to crime. Immigrants sometimes face lack of opportunity or discrimination, which can push a small minority toward illegal survival strategies. Again, this applies worldwide. What's also true is that Nigerians are among the most educated African immigrant groups in England. Nigeria's entrepreneurs and professionals contribute significantly to global tech, medicine, literature, business, and academia. Crime rates vary widely within Nigeria, just like in any other country. Nigerian leaders have failed Nigerians, so the criminogenic Nigerians have decided to turn international. This is causing a lot of grief for the law-abiding citizens. It is sad that, at times, the very mention of Nigerians makes some people to retreat. Please be on the lookout for the next video. I do have a lot to say, but for now, thank you for watching and of course for your immense support. Take care and catch you in the next one. Thank you.